Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. We're back. The Fem Village gathers around for yet another Sunday. And I realized that last two Sundays I wasn't here, but I really needed a time off. We were on holidays, we were on the Greek islands. We had an amazing time. Coming back to reality was hard, but here we are because I was looking forward to just seeing you and hanging out with you guys and talk about everything that I missed while I was away. And in case you missed it on Friday, I did go live, but I do realize that Friday is more of it's a different day. So a lot of you might be at work or you're unable to join or watch the videos. But I did do somewhat of a deep dive on Taylor Swift's and Travis's relationship now that they're officially engaged. And the big question here is, will it last? So if you want the answer to that, you should go and watch that video. But before we start today's show, hello and welcome to FemmeTarot. I'm Natalie, your international psychic medium and energy reader and healer, and I couldn't be happier to be here on this Sunday. So how is everybody doing? I've missed you a lot. What have I missed? What have I missed? Let me tell you, I wasn't online. I mean, the good thing about where we were staying was that the Wi-Fi and the internet connection was terrible. So that's great because that means I took a break from social media as well. But we're always so busy anyways. And I will post a video. I'm going to create a little short edit of videos and pictures and stuff from all the places that we went to, because I know a lot of you love Greece, a lot of you have visited Greece, or those of you who haven't do want to come to Greece. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste. So how is everyone? Let's say hello to the Fem Village. Can you talk about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? I have talked about them ad nauseum. Okay, I have several readings on them. If you have a specific question on them, you can ask it, and I will try to answer it. Otherwise, you can just go and check all the. I think I've done 3 or 4 readings by now, deep dives on the whole Lively versus Baldoni case, which is a complete mess. So yeah, so do let me know if you have any other questions regarding that. But first of all, as we wait for the Fem Villagers to enter the room, I just want to say hello to Anna and hello to everyone. Yeah, I mean, I needed that. It was just, it's, sometimes you don't realize it, that you're like on sort of on the brink of I don't want to say like a burnout exactly, not a burnout, but to the point where energetically I was feeling I was struggling a little bit, especially when I was giving readings or, working with spirit, etc. By the end of it, I was feeling it. I was just feeling it. So this 2-week break was amazing. And I do recommend anyone who feels they're on the verge of a burnout, or they feel extremely tired, or they feel like they're not functioning the way that they usually are. So I just highly recommend that you take a few days off if you can, or at least a weekend where you do nothing, literally do nothing, and stay away from social media, because that's exhausting and that's draining too. Hello, and happy weekend to you too. Happy Sunday. Hello to that Aqua guy. Hey. Let's see what Alice saying. Greece is the top of my bucket list. There you go. I mentioned this on Friday's live, but I was thinking of doing a separate video. It's more like a vloggy video. As you guys know, I do a lot of rescues. Like, I help with stray dogs and cats. Here in Greece, there's a massive, huge problem. We rescue and rehome dogs and cats. So if you're interested in that, I can take videos and upload them on a separate channel. It's pretty much a vlog, if you will. I don't think I'm gonna be updating it like every day or anything like that, but I will aim and try once a week for that, if you guys are interested. So let's see, a lot of questions this Sunday for our Sunday Psychic Hour and Psychic Live. Let me just Note, I'm just highlighting your questions so I don't miss them. Hello to you too, Light Mission. Sorry, I skipped that. I did hear about Emmanuel Harrow, right? The little boy. I did when I came back. I did see that. And because I saw a couple of psychic mediums. No, one was a psychic medium, the other one was a psychic tarot reader. And this was before, I believe, the parents confessed. I haven't been following the case, so correct me if I'm wrong. And they all said that Emmanuel was alive. And I tapped in briefly when I saw those videos, and I did not. I do feel that Emmanuel was not unalive. So, he didn't transition, let's say that way, straight away. But yeah, it's just so upsetting. But it's definitely not no longer with us and hasn't been for a long time, meaning since pretty much the boy went missing. So awful, awful, awful situation there. I mean, we're seeing this more and more and more, parents harming their children. It's disgusting. It is revolting, disgusting, shocking, all of it. So, yeah. Oh, Kathy's also an animal lover. We have a rescue dog. Oh, I love that. You guys, all the animals, they need a lot of love. Some of them have been hell, through hell, and undoing all that damage and trauma is a lot of work. But let me tell you, love and attention and just giving these animals what they need, which is companionship, food, and love and attention, you can see them transform and really just turn into butterflies. I see this with my own rescue, Freddie. How much he's changed in the last 4 months. We've had him for 4 months. We took him with us on our holidays, which was quite stressful in the beginning because, as you guys know, Freddie has myriad of health issues, heart issues, liver issues, hip dysplasia. He's got a kidney stone. I'm missing a few. So there's a long list. So I was a little bit worried. I did take all of his medication and emergency medication because the vet gave me some emergency medication as well in case, we had some kind of emergency. So everything went amazingly. The dog Freddie has completely changed since we got him. He feels more confident. He feels more secure. He is completely integrated in the family. With Louie, they're just doing swimmingly well, just perfect. And you just see, giving them love and attention is all these animals need. So it's just upsetting, some of these cases that we work on. Sometimes it's just, but you really need to have a thick skin to deal with these things. And especially in Greece, it's just never ending with those strays. They don't neuter them. They keep having puppies. They're abandoned, they're neglected, they're abused, they're all of it. It's never ending. And all the volunteers and all of the rescuers, it's just so, we're not enough, right? It's not enough of us. And we're all just, it's unbelievable. And we all pay out of pocket as well, but we do it out of love. But sometimes it's hard because you're like, oh my God, I cannot afford the surgery for this animal. And it's so hard to rehome unless the animal is healthy. No one will adopt an unhealthy animal because they do not want to take on these expenses. So we have to do it. We have to do it for them in order for these animals to have the opportunity to find a forever home. But I will do a separate video on that. And maybe I want to raise awareness about what's happening here in Greece, which is awful. I have reached out to this is not even a shelter. There's a guy here in Greece. It's called Athens Happy Home. And he did what I'm planning to do in the future, which is he bought big piece of land. He has a small house in there. What he does is he is sort of like the intermediate. So dogs, animals. Now he's just taking on goats and horses and donkeys and I believe a turtle too. But anyways, and so what he's doing is like he takes them in, all right? He heals them, he tends to their needs, etc. And then the ones that do not have behavioral issues, because some of these abused dogs might develop behavioral issues or food aggression, etc., then he rehomes them. So I've already reached out to him, and I am planning to do some kind of collab with him. He is Greek Australian, so we're going to do an English speaking video on this. So for anyone who's interested, but I will post everything on social media. Before we start, you can find me on social media if you're not following, because I do realize that some people here on YouTube follow me on YouTube but do not follow me on social. But please do. And also, if you want to book a reading, hold on, there you go. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out. So this is how you'll find me, FemmeTarot, on all platforms. That's how you can find me. And also, before we start, don't forget to do this. Yes, this. I know it's annoying. So I know it's annoying when you keep hearing it from content creators and YouTubers saying it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to point at it. Oop, wrong way. Oop, no, there it is. There. All right, let's get to your questions, everyone. Okay, before we go, VR is also Greek. You're from Nafaktos. Well, for 2 years straight, we went to Nafaktos because we have friends who have a lovely big estate there, and they were so kind to have us over. So 2 or 3 weeks last few years. Beautiful place in Nafaktos. Absolutely love it. And somebody who did that and attracts a lot of people. Exactly. I want to create a healing center, actually. Use these rescue animals to heal people and children who've been through trauma. This is the idea behind it. And this is what I'm planning. And this is what I'm saving for. The moment, although I cannot say because most of my money goes, living expenses and also the rescues and the dogs. But I love it. So I don't mind. I don't need any more shoes, bags, clothes, whatever. I just don't. I used to do that. I was a shopaholic. I have closets full of things. Don't need all that. What's more important is to save souls and help souls for me. Okay. Elle also has a rescue. I love you guys even more for rescuing animals and dogs. 100%. It just shows what beautiful souls you are, and we all know that this is a beautiful and soulful community. All right, we have some questions that I've highlighted, and if I've missed them, because in the chat it's difficult to talk to the camera and follow the chat. So if I missed your question or anything, please repost it. It helps if you add a big Q in front of the question, so it's easier for me to find it. Okay, let's start with Lucy. Lucidi and Awake. Oh, Lucid, huh? I'm sorry. Lucid and Awake is asking, will Selena Gomez actually marry Benny Bianco? And is she in love or is it PR? I'm very skeptic about this. All right, so Lucid and Awake. I did do a mini reading on them. You will find it. I believe it was on a live. I did one. It was about Wendy Williams, and I believe this was just beginning of summer, just before summer. The mods might be able to help find it, but you'll be able to find the reading there. But what I can do is so if you want a little bit more information about like the dynamic of the relationship, if this is going to last, all of it, I don't remember what came through because I'm not that interested. I'm sorry. But what I will do for you is I'm going to pull some cards regarding if they are going to get married. Remind me, are they engaged? Are they engaged now? Are they also engaged? Yes, Kathy. Kathy's asking in the chat, do I do personal readings? Yes, I do. You are able, the only way you can book a reading with me is via my website, FemmeTarot.com. it is, you'll see it here down on the sticker banner thing. It will come up, and also in the description box. That's the only way. You just use the booking form on my website, my fees, how much the readings cost, what kind of readings I offer, etc. Everything is on my website. All right. Christina says that they are engaged. Okay, I thought so. I wasn't sure, but I think I remembered seeing it or reading about that. Okay. Oh, and VR, I didn't answer your questions. I'm based in Athens, not in the center of Athens, a little bit outside of Athens. Okay. So let me focus on Selena and Benny. Will they get married? Selena Gomez. Oh. It's really hot in this room, so if I keep fidgeting with my hair, it's because I'm sweating. I'm sweating even though I have a fan here. It's this shirt I'm wearing. It's so hot. Okay, will they get married? Regarding Taylor Swift and Travis, for anyone who missed the reading, you should go and watch it, especially if you're a Swiftie. Just saying. Okay. Will they get married? I don't know why. Are they putting on a show for the fans of Selena? What is your feeling? Do you feel, because I feel, just looking at the cards and connecting to their energy right now, it's like, woohoo, everything is great, everything is tipsy-turvy, everything is amazing. We're all in love. We're posting, sweet romantic things or joke, like funny videos and stuff like that. Can someone remind me Selena's sun sign? I don't remember it right now. Is she a water sign? She comes up as a fire sign, though. She comes up as this fire sign for me. Now, to answer your question real quick, I was going to say, I don't see them getting married. And if they do, which I don't see it, it's going to be very, very short-lived, but I don't see it. I don't think they're in a rush right now to get married either. I don't think they're planning. So they're not in wedding planning mode. And you guys, is Benny younger than Selena? What is up with Benny? Or he's super immature. He's super, like, I feel like the dynamic of this relationship, she's like more of a mom. And he's like, because he's so immature, like he's like the child. And I'm just getting that she's the mature one in this relationship. And for that reason, Four of Swords, I don't see them getting married. I don't. And if they get married, it's going to last. It's going to be very short-lived, to the point maybe even gets annulled or something like that. But no, I don't see it. I don't see it. Knight of Cups here. Ace of Pentacles. God, don't tell me this is another Taylor and Travis situation. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, I'm going to direct you to go and watch Friday's video or Friday's reading. She wants babies, right? She wants babies. She's got baby fever right now. The star, a baby. I think a baby is what she needs. It's what would complete her. Although I feel complications in the pregnancy, maybe even finding it hard to conceive, she may go through a lot to be able to carry or get pregnant and carry the baby. No, I don't see them getting married, though. I don't see them getting married now. Regarding this baby that I'm seeing, okay. So before anyone who watches this video, not from this community, from the replay crew, who stumbles on this video, before you start screaming and rage typing and, going a little bit cray-cray, I'm going to say this, but I will explain. I do see a pregnancy. I don't think it's Benny's. And I see the pregnancy in the next year-ish. Okay. And for some reason, I'm feeling it's not his. I'm not saying that she's going to cheat or, dirty stuff is happening or just being sneaky. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is from what I'm seeing right now, this is the energy right now. When they break up, because they will, straight after that, she will meet someone and she will get pregnant very, very fast. So everything is gonna happen very quickly thereafter. For the rest, you'll have to go watch that reading because I did read on both of them as well. I remembered she had lupus. I remember that she had some kind of autoimmune or some kind of like health issue, chronic health issue. I see, because I do see issues with that, but she will be able to get pregnant and carry. But again, I didn't say, listen, this is a very sensitive topic. And I need to be careful how to say this because I don't feel good being so super direct about some things that are so sensitive for some people. Especially, I understand because I struggled a lot, or we struggled a lot to conceive with my first one. So I've been through it. 2.5 years, took us 2.5 years. So I know I've been through it. What I will say is I do see a pregnancy, but I don't necessarily see that this pregnancy may be viable, or I don't see a baby. Okay. But the fact that for now, this pregnancy, okay, but it just shows that maybe she is able to carry. I mean, this is very personal for her. I shouldn't be saying this. Anyways, I'm going to say this. Selena will eventually find someone who is going to be the right fit for her. And eventually she will get everything that she wants, which is a family. And I'll leave it at that. Christina agrees. She says, because in my head, yeah, it's not going to be Benny's though. No, absolutely. All right, next question. I have the ones that I highlighted, the ones that I missed, I'll ask you to repost. Will Prince William become King William within the next 6 months? He will become King William, not 2025, next 6 months. No, I see it more 26, early-ish, maybe like first trimester, like first 3 months of Q1, I was going to say, sorry, of 2026. Because I don't think, and I don't feel that King Charles is going to be with us this Christmas. No. So he will be king, but next year. And I've done several readings on that as well. You'll find them on my channel. I did a recent one as well. Oh, it wasn't on on Prince William though, or King Charles. It was on Meghan and Harry, but I've done plenty. What energy is between Katy Perry and Trudeau? I believe I read somewhere that I believe that they're no longer. Maybe they tried, maybe they just went for a couple of dates or a couple of meetups and just like, let's meet, hang out. But I just don't see it. Hold on. Let's see. What is the energy between Katy Perry I'm going to pull 3 cards for Katy Perry and 3 for Trudeau. Show me this relationship, please, if there is one, or the type of relationship between Katy Perry and Trudeau. So, High Priestess, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Well, she was attracted to him. What? Okay, let me show you the cards. Okay, so these were the cards I pulled for Katy Perry. I saw the High Priestess. I'm like, oh, Lord, I'll explain. 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. It almost feels like someone hooked them up or, said, listen, I know Katy, do you want to go out? Or she's in town or you're in town, whatever, like there was someone made this happen for them to meet. Katy did not at first want to do it. She's like, oh, I'm not in the mood. I'm not into it. I don't know. I just recently broke up again with my ex. Not feeling it. She wasn't feeling it, okay? But then she was feeling it because look at the Ace of Wands, and the wands can be phallic. They're also, this is very phallic in tarot as well, and it is the wants to represent sex, passion, all of that, creativity. So she was attracted to him. He, on the other hand, was like, okay, curiosity. Let's see, let's do this, the devil. But he wasn't into her, hasn't been, wasn't, isn't, not interested. The devil, he did it for different reasons. Maybe the person that was sort of the intermediary or the one who's just, the matchmaker, if you will, is someone where Trudeau just wanted to please them or just said, okay, I'll do this. So yeah, the 7 of Wands, no, it's not going anywhere. This is a nothing burger. This is nothing. There is no, like, she would be like, yeah, I'll sleep with him. I'll sleep with him. Why not? He's hot. I find him interesting, sexy, whatever. And he's like, nah, I don't think so. No. That's what I'm getting. Let's see. Why? Oh, here we go. We have Jay-Z and Beyonce moved. Did they? I didn't hear that. Oh, do tell me more. Did they move to Europe? We don't want them in Europe. We don't want them in Europe. No. Oh, God. Okay. Why did they move to Europe? I don't feel they did, though. Maybe they bought a house. Maybe I don't feel that they're here. I don't. Hold on. Let me see. What is everyone saying? Okay, I see one question here. Sorry, I have to highlight these. They haven't moved yet, but are planning to. Okay, Light Mission says they haven't moved yet, but they're planning to move to London soon. Why London? Anyone who lives in London wants out. Yeah, even the mega rich. They're all moving out. So, I don't see it. This is BS. Remember, like months ago, where there were like articles and rumors that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry bought a house in Portugal and they were planning to move to Portugal? They didn't move to Portugal. They didn't buy a house. Maybe they rented like a house there for summer, or it ain't happening. So I feel it's just PR crap that they're putting out there just to remain like in the SEO, just to remain sort of relevant. Not that they're not relevant, but just to be in the news cycle, if you will. But let's see. Will Jay-Z and Beyonce move to Europe, London, or Europe? Ooh, this one was King of Wands. That's more Jay-Z's card or energy. Ooh, the Hierophant. What's up? And the Queen of Swords. I don't see them going. I don't see them moving to Europe. No. But Jay-Z does some, maybe that's where all this is coming from, or maybe they're using that as an excuse, because I do see him going back and forth. So I see him traveling a lot. So between the US and Europe, I see that. But I see this is in connection to someone quite powerful. Okay. Someone who has power and connections. But I don't see them moving. Listen, I pulled the Three of Wands. Yeah, there are thoughts, or it did cross their mind, or they're considering maybe like spending half the year there or half the year in the US. I don't know how they're going to do with the kids though. 10 of Swords. No, it's not happening. No. But he's definitely flying back and forth to see this guy. So there's some kind of dealings with this person. I heard gossip about Kris Jenner and Corey splitting up. This rumor and this gossip has been going around for years about them splitting up. Let's pull a quick one. I remember we did a deep dive on this with Kempire. We did a whole reading. On Corey, not Kris, but Corey. And you'll find it on my channel. So, but it's like an older reading, but that'll be interesting. I don't remember the reading, but to bookmark it. So splitting up. Okay, I didn't ask the question. Hold on. Kris Jenner and Kris and Corey. Ooh. I had a jumper card. Temperance. No, I don't see them splitting up. You know what this card means? And in relation to your question, Isa, they're not splitting up because they're more like partners in crime, business partners, more roomies, like roommates, besties, but they're not really like the typical romantic couple. That's the energy I get. So they're not splitting up because they seem to be compatible, and they seem to just respect each other's boundaries and schedules and needs and wants. And so with the Temperance, that is a no. For now, they're staying together. The triplets was Jussie Smollett on the documentary, and did he set it all up? I wanted to do a whole reading on that, but I don't think it's going to be much of a reading, to be honest, because not much there. The thing was he lying? Was he not lying? Why did he do it? Haven't watched the documentary. Not interested to watch it, to be honest. There's so many other documentaries I want to watch. Did he set it all up? So it was Jussie Smollett. Ooh. Jumper card. The Temperance jumped out again. And did he set it all up? So let's see. Hold on. I'm pulling this one. Four of Pentacles. King of Swords. He's not going to admit it. He didn't think he would get caught because I believe he hired people, right? And these people they're not legal immigrants. I feel they're immigrants, or they come from a different country, but it doesn't feel like they're legal either. And I believe he hired them. I don't know the details of the story. I know what happened, but I don't know the details. I'm just seeing what the cards I know what the cards are showing me. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. He is in such freaking denial. I'm so hot. Sorry for doing this. I'm sweating. He's in denial. He's actually convinced of his own lies. Like, he believes his own lies. This is what I'm getting, you guys. I have the Four of Pentacles. No. Like, why are you blaming me? Like, why are you blaming me? This is not this was not my intention, I didn't do it. King of Swords, though, someone who has a plan. Swords is also thoughts, it's planning, it's strategy. The King of Swords, it was planned. It was his strategy. And he's acting like a victim. Two of Wands. This is like hiring people that he believed that they would be trustworthy, or it would never come out that he hired them to do this. So to answer your question, it's and the moon. The moon's all about secrets that are hidden in all those parts that the moon doesn't shine. Yep. Unfortunately, he was lying, and it was all set up according to my cards. Okay, next question. Will Wendy Andelson ever be charged in the death of her husband, Dan Markle? I have no idea who they are, but let's ask the cards and my guides. Okay, hold on. Okay, will Wendy Andelson be charged for the death of her husband, Dan? Will she be charged? Did she do it? Oh, she did it right, I'm hearing. Will she be charged is the question. Hierophant. So, there might be a hung jury there. There might be, or a mistrial. I don't see charges. 6 of Wands is just celebration. And the 2 of Swords, since she reminds me of the Justice. Here's like being split, not indecisive, or not having enough evidence, or not being able to prove the charges. So for now, what I'm seeing is 8 of Cups. She won't be charged. That's my answer. She won't. The Hierophant shows like the Hierophant is definitely so it could be court like trial, or the Hierophant could be the police in this case. So if she hasn't been caught, she will get caught. But charging her will be a challenge. I hope that it helps. I don't know the case, so I don't know to put context in it, but this is what I'm getting. I'm sure it makes more sense to you than it makes to me, Karen. Is America going to survive this administration? Will the president survive this administration? Okay, Blair. Okay, Blair. I wanted to do it in a separate video where we're going to talk about more predictions and more downloads that are received, which we'll do next week because I need to gather all my thoughts and my notes, etc., etc. I need to meditate. So while I was on holiday, I did get a download and a feeling that okay, let's say it differently. Go back to all the predictions that I've made, and every time I've talked about Trump, especially back at the beginning of the year, I was talking a lot about his health, and I did say summertime is when the truth will come out. They won't be able to hide his health issues. It will be visible. He will look visibly ill, and they won't be able to hide it anymore, and they're going to come out without really revealing all of his medical issues or the full truth. Okay, so I've been talking a lot about this. I've also been talking a lot even before he was sworn in as president. I've been saying that I don't see him staying or serving for more than 2 years. You remember me saying this because I repeat myself a lot of times. Repeat my predictions. I still stand by that. Okay, he's not going to serve more than 2 years. The thing, and I've talked about this, and I did tell you, all of you watching, that I told you this back in June, that I did see him getting a huge heart attack. I see heart attack. I felt that. This was what came through in the download. I have mentioned of a third assassination attempt, which didn't happen yet. That's why I need to meditate, because I want to see if anything's changed regarding that, if somehow the timeline shifted, if it's just been pushed back, delayed. I don't know. I'll answer that on this next video when we talk about the predictions that I have, or I share with you what my downloads. Now, I will say this. My my psychic insights tell me that the end of this year, so November, December, there's going to be a lot in the news, shocking news. Okay. One of them is going to include, it's going to involve Donald Trump. I am not saying that he's going to pass on, okay, die. I don't feel it's going to happen this year, but I do feel that he will be incapacitated and he won't be able to serve because of his health, heart, because I see it. I feel it like a heart attack, okay, an acute one. He is a president. There is, I believe, a whole medical team in the White House and anywhere he goes. So he will get the attention that he needs. And honestly, he's a human being, okay? Regardless of what anyone thinks of him, of Zelensky, of Putin. Okay, forget about Putin. I take it back. Of people that maybe personally you don't like, but I personally don't wish anything bad on him or anyone, unless they're evil, unless they really literally are evil and they harm kids, animals, and people there. I don't care what happens to them, to be honest. But I don't wish this on him. But let me just say, things are going to get ugly. They are. And when I do this next video, we will talk about, because a lot of people are worried about, okay, what happens if, Trump is no longer able to serve? Does this mean that JD Vance takes over? We will do a reading on that because I'm also curious. I don't know about about Vance. I haven't gotten any insights about that, but I have gotten about Trump, and it's coming. It's coming. I know there's a running joke on TikTok and online saying, "Is he alive? Has anyone seen him?" And then yesterday, apparently there was a video of him, um, just on his way to golf, etc. But then I saw today someone who debunked it, and they said that video was taken 2024. So they're playing a lot of games with us, like, where's the president? Oh, there he is. Remember, the same was happening with Kate Middleton when she was diagnosed with cancer and she had to have surgery and chemo. And there were so many people saying, oh, she's no longer with us. Even psychic mediums, which I found disgusting. People were saying, oh, she's no longer with us. This is like a clone. This is like AI. This is whatever. And I was like, no, she's with us. I feel her energy. Like, she's with us. I did a whole reading on that. But people were speculating, okay? And there were a lot of rumors and conspiracy theories going around. But actually, it was true. She was sick, right? That's why she had completely disappeared. And the royal family, mismanaged this whole situation. And it really fueled these rumors. Same is happening with Trump. So I believe he's not doing well at all. Like right now, right this minute, I feel very weak energy. I'm not saying he's had a heart attack or anything. He's not well. He's not well. So hope that answers your question. Ashley, did Tamar Braxton really have an accident, or was it all for publicity? Did she have an accident? What kind of accident? I tell you, 2 weeks, no social media, not being online was fantastic. I mean, now I feel like lost, like, oh my God, what's going on? But I have you, lovely femmies, to keep me in the loop. So, did Tamar Braxton really have an accident? Yes and no. Yes and no. That Seven of Swords, for those of you who read tarot, Seven of Swords is someone who's doing something sneaky, okay? They're not being honest. They're not being truthful. This is what this means. That's why I'm saying yes or no. The chat, was this a car accident, or was this involving some kind of vehicle or something? Six of Swords. So yes and no. She did have an accident, but I believe that she's completely embellished and exaggerated what happened. It doesn't feel life-threatening, for sure. Some kind of transportation. This is what I'm getting. Maybe even a boat, involving a boat or something. No idea what kind of accident she had, but she did have a small, and I believe that she took that and really like made it a huge thing. How's Wendy? Oh, I did a recent reading on that Pink Diamond. And because I don't want to keep repeating myself, you'll find it. Like if you go on the search bar on my channel, you do Wendy Williams. I did a big one, actually, a mega one with Kempire. This was when we did this mega live, which was 3 hours. I believe it was back in June. You should watch that, and also all the previous ones, because we do get really, really in depth with all of Wendy's things. One thing I can tell you that I remember was that when Kempire asked me, she will eventually get out of her conservatorship. She's working on it now. Her health issues, or her mental health issues, again, there too, super embellished, having super embellished, super exaggerated, okay? Because I feel that, yes, of course she's struggling with her mental health, and there are things there that she's herself is working on, and they're helping her, but she's still there, okay? That's not how they make it seem. Alrighty. So hot here. She claims she woke up in a pool of blood with a broken nose and 4 of her teeth were out. It was all right. Oh, this is Tamar. Okay. There was some kind of vehicle means of transportation that was involved in there, but yeah, definitely she's been over embellishing. And can she prove that she had a broken nose and 4 of her teeth were out? I mean, did she show the receipts? That's the next question. Full of blood and lost some teeth when it happened. And I'm not buying it if it's not what my cards are showing. Oh, R. Kelly, hold on, I'll answer that in a minute. I just want to see what other questions I've missed. Is his heart and cardio system like blood? Yeah, I spoke to one of our femme villagers yesterday. She is a doctor, and she's one of the best doctors in the US. And we were talking about that, and she explained very well to me about his heart issues and his kidneys and the swellings and the bruisings and everything. And she's saying it's congestive heart failure, pretty much. His heart is failing him. They're all telltale signs of what's happening. Oh, she said she doesn't know what happened. I'm not going to touch that because A, it involves kids. B, I've kind of like, I've talked about this in the past. Well, all I'm going to say is I do. So whenever I read Megan and people ask me about the kids or ask me about what's going to happen to the kids once they get divorced, what I'm going to say is, even though I feel Archie's energy, and he does exist, but he's not connected whatsoever to his mom, Megan. So the energy is weird. There's a block there. With Lily, I have a hard time connecting. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I'm not saying anything else, because if I do, we know who's going to come out and start to tag the Sussex squad. But it's not that reason, because, but I have to be respectful towards the children, or at least one of the children. and not feed into all that. But you'll have to watch the readings that I've done on this. No, you won't, because I did a predictions video 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe. I don't remember. I believe it's 3 years ago. And since then, I was always saying that, oh, Biden's health, just like with Trump. And I'm like, July, he's going to step down, which happened in July last year, etc. So, and I did unfortunately see him passing, Biden. So yes, he will come to it soon, defined soon. Nine months, 10 months, around that time. Let's see. Yeah, I agree, Allison. He's a father, he's a grandfather. Not love him or like him, but that's the truth. He's a human too. And really just like we shouldn't like, it's sad. All right. It's sad. Like now I like, honestly, the last few times, like I saw his pictures and stuff, I because I was also kind of like connecting to say I was feeling sorry for him. I'm like, okay, this is a lot to go through. He's almost 80 years old. Just same with Biden. I felt bad with him too. I'm like, why are these older men like from now on, can we change the laws like worldwide, globally? Like anyone who's over 70 cannot run, okay, for president. No, we don't want older people. We want young people who are fresh, who are full of energy, who have fresh ideas, and they're creative, and they understand the people, and they're connected to the people, and they are connected to social media and the internet world, because this is where we all are, and this is where we all connect, and this is where all the information. So about time, enough. I feel sorry for all these men, old men, that you see it's hard work being a president. You have to meet a lot of people, see a lot of people, cabinet meetings, calls, strategy, this, that, the other, events that you don't want to go to. I'm sure most of the events and the meets and greets that they do, they don't want to do it. Okay, but it's their job. So it's a lot asking for an older person, let alone an older person with health issues, to do that. So yes, feeling sorry for him, 100%. Okay. Has he had several small strokes already, but it will be weak in a birdie. He doesn't have the best doctors. How do you know that? Are we talking about Trump? He has had several small strokes already, but it will be weak in a birdie. We're talking about Trump, right? Not Biden. Why doesn't he have the best doctors? He's the president of the United States. And even before he became president, he is mega rich, okay, with super good. I'm sure he has access to the best doctors. I'm just saying, if you want to explain what you mean by that, please do. Oh, good question. Good question. It's already happening. Aren't you already seeing the breadcrumbs that they're leaving? Like the media, the mainstream media, legacy medium, they're media, not medium. They are all leaving breadcrumbs. They are getting us ready. They're prepping. They're prepping us for this. Okay. If it's gonna happen this year, I believe, listen, December is going to be one of those months where it's going to be very what's the word I'm looking for? Dystopian is the word I'm looking for. So yes, because I'll talk about it on my next video, the things that I was shown, but yeah, there will be disclosure of aliens this year, not from the government, but they will start showing themselves to us. Yes, towards the end, but 26 is the year. 26 is the year. Let's see, what did I miss? Did I miss some questions? I did. Hold on. How will Vogue continue with Anna Wintour stepping down? Oh, that's an interesting question. And a different question. I like that. Okay, how about continue? As soon as I closed my eyes and I opened them straight away because I was like, huh? The first thing that I heard and I saw is like, I believe within a year maximum, the Vogue will stop printing. It will stop being available on print. And they're changing things now. It's still going to be around, but there are going to be some changes. I don't know what kind of change. I'm not being shown that, but I believe. Hold on. The future of Vogue. Give me the future of Vogue magazine, please. I had a jumper card, 6 of Cups. Nostalgia marketing. I also believe that there might, the whole styling of this, the setup of Vogue and the styling and the aesthetic of it is gradually going to start changing. Because I got the 6 of Cups here, and instantly when I saw the card, this is a card of nostalgia, the card of family, feeling homesick, wanting to go back to your base or back to the place where you feel most comfortable, where your heart belongs to, blah, blah. But also when I looked at the card, as soon as I, pulled it, I was like, nostalgia marketing. I kept hearing it. And then I have Queen of Swords here. Yeah, it's an 8 of Cups. Things are changing gradually for Vogue. As I said, I don't believe it might stop printing. It might be accessible just online or only very limited prints, where these will go to only subscribers. So you will have to be like a Vogue subscriber, and then you will have it delivered at home, for instance, or in your office, wherever. So yeah, these changes. 10 of Pentacles. Fool. I was going to say Vogue no more. I was going to say gradually Vogue will no longer exist in the sense that we've known it to exist in the last 50 something years. The Fool, fresh new start, fresh new beginning. So things will change drastically. Hold on to your Vogue magazines, keep them. They're going to be collectible and they will have quite a bit of value in the future. Actually, we should all start buying Vogue magazine, and just keep it. It's going to become a collectible item, and if you sell it on eBay, you will be able to get quite a, the Labubu phase or craze. We're going to have the Vogue craze. But good question. I love the question. Let's see. I've said this before and I'll say it again and I won't stop saying it. No, it's not going to trial, even though she's insisting, and she says she just won't back down. She just, Blake Lively, that is, does not want, her and her husband do not want to admit, okay, how wrong they are, how evil they are for dragging this man, Justin Baldoni, and other people in their own friggin' mess because they want to cover their own asses. So, you know what? It's not going to trial. Every time I read on this case, I don't see a trial happening. And it's in their best interest for them not to go to trial, but it's not going to happen now. Now they're still doing a recovery. Wait till December. Again, December is going to be a big month, but not going to trial. I collect print copies of Vogue with the subscriptions. It is expensive after first year. Lol. Yeah, but this is all going to change. It's going to shift. So collect Light Mission. You're going to be rich in the future. So hold on to those prints, the print copies of Vogue, or anyone else. Go out and buy some Vogue magazines. Trust me. Trust me. You heard it here first. In a few years, people will pay a lot of money to by these Vogue prints. I've got a lunar eclipse happening next Sunday. Oh, good question. I should do a post on this on Instagram. Protection for the summer lunar eclipse. Well, let me tell you, first of all, don't do your affirmations, set intentions. Don't charge your crystals. Don't do anything that you would normally do on a new moon or a full moon. Okay. What you do is a protection spell for the eclipse. And there is a protection spell on my channel here. You'll find it. Again, you have to go in the search bar and type in the keywords protection or protection spells or psychic protection. I think it's called the video. Anyways, and follow those steps. I do a step-by-step guide there. And also on my Instagram, I have a lot of tips and a lot of just teaching you about eclipses. What does this mean? What can you do to protect yourself? What you shouldn't do during an eclipse. But remember this, do not do anything that you do on a new moon or a full moon. Okay. The eclipses, the best thing that you can do is basically meditate, be in a very calm state of mind. But again, it depends where the eclipse is happening and where that falls in your chart, Christina. Will the lid finally be blown on the underground cults? Yes, it will. It's already gradually happening. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen this year or next year. But all of this is finally going to come to the light, right? People are going to be able to see it. And especially when we're talking about these satanic cults and these people that are involved in trafficking, schmex trafficking, and trafficking in general, I should be mindful of the words that I use because YouTube has become super hypersensitive. The algorithm has become super hypersensitive on these words. So yes, eventually even the mainstream media, Lexi Media, like the bigger content creators are going to start openly talking about these underground cults and these transports and all of that, because one of my predictions that I'm going to share with you is that I do see by the end of this year, maximum by January 2026, I do see that there will be, they will discover, we've talked about tunnels, we've talked about the way that they transport children and women and men. And there's going to be a huge discovery and reveal about that. And people who are not the people who you may think, but people who are somewhat known in their fields or in their line of work, their names are going to be attached to that. So there is going to be a huge scandal and a huge discussion that's going to come out of this. Will the lawsuit between Brigitte and Candace actually make it to trial? Good question. Well, you know what? Brigitte and Emmanuel, something that I said last year. Oh, no, I said it also recently where I said that he's going down. Tamar, the PM of the UK, going down. Macron's going down. A lot of European leaders, Hungarian president going down. A lot of these leaders are going down this year. We still have time. It's all happening. So in my opinion, I don't think Emmanuel and Brigitte will have the time or the energy right now. Greece, France, the people in France, members of the parliament want him out, want Macron out. So he's got big problems, big things, big problems to worry about. And not go after Candace. But let's see. Hey, you know what I was seeing? So I heard that the Macrons are going to drop it. And And then I was thinking to myself and really saying this to my guides. They can't back down now. They can't the Macrons cannot say, oh, we what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? We stopped this lawsuit, or I can't find the word. And we're no longer going to pursue this lawsuit. People are going to be like, why aren't you doing this? Is this because Brigitte doesn't want to or cannot prove that she's a woman and a man and do and all that stuff? So they're kind of like they put themselves in a very difficult position, because while I was shuffling, I was feeling, they regret now. They regret it now. They do, like taking action, legal action against Candace. But let's see. Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So Eight of Swords, right now things are bad. So you see, Eight of Swords is like also Candace as well. I know she keeps going and she keeps harping on all this. Their hands are tied for some reason. The Macrons are trying to appease someone. Could be sponsors, donors, I don't know, handlers that they have, but that's why they went ahead with this lawsuit. Trying to appease someone or please someone. Their hands are tied right now, so they have to, as I said before, it just feels that they come back down now. They have to stick to this. Six of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I don't see them going to court, but actually all of this is not going to end up good for them. It's not going to be good for the Macrons, all this lawsuit on top of everything else that's happening in their country. I'll say this now. I said this a couple of years ago because I received it as a download. I do see a sleeper terrorist cell in France. I saw this a couple of years ago that is planning and will be successful in attacking Paris or an area in Paris. Yes, there are going to be victims. Don't panic, everyone. I don't know when this is going to happen, but what this is connected to this trial with Candace, because I believe that once that happens, this is what's going to bring the Macrons down. And then I just don't see them pursuing this to court. He's got bigger problems and bigger fish to fry and bigger problems in general. So no, it's not going to go anywhere. But for now it will. But I mean in the future, because this is going to take a while. Donna, you mean Donna Bowling, or is this a different Dana or Donna? Said Ryan deleted all of the photos of Blake from his socials. Didn't I tell you when I did this big reading on Ryan and Blake? This was the beginning of the year when the whole thing started. Didn't I tell you that Ryan is going, just like with Taylor, you heard it here first, that they're going to distance themselves. They're going to step back. They'll be like, our hands are clean from Blake. We did nothing. And especially Ryan. Or this is very strategic of him, because Ryan is extremely smart. Don't forget, Ryan Reynolds, we might not like him, but he's extremely smart. So this could also be strategic. But the beginning of the end is coming. It is. And you know what? I don't feel bad and I don't feel sorry, because they did this to themselves. They did this to themselves. Full stop. So there are consequences. There are consequences to that. What will happen? The Supreme Court was asked to what will happen to gay marriage in the U.S. The Supreme Court was asked to overturn same-sex marriage ruling. Really? Why are we going backwards? Why are we going back? Why are we going back to the Stone Ages? What? I mean, granted, too much. I mean, I'll be honest, because I'm not leaning anyway. Okay, I'm just me, who I am. These are my beliefs. If I ever find someone or a political leader, politician that matches my own beliefs and my own political beliefs, then hooray, I'll come out and really support them and talk about them. But here's the thing. I do believe that it just went, just like the whole wokeness thing, just we lost control of that. Okay, it just became a little bit too much. But this is serious. You cannot stop or disallow from same-sex couples from getting married. Why do it now when we've been doing this for so long? I mean, what will happen? The thing is, Cassie or Casey, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but to be honest, I don't see it happening. I don't think the Supreme Court is going to go with it. Let me pull a card on this. It's not going to happen. Two of Swords. Yeah, it is. It's a possibility, but I don't see it happening. It's a possibility, but I'm pulling one more card. 10 of oh. Let's wait and see. Ace of Cups. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're not going to overturn that ruling. It's not going to happen. Something last minute is going to come in and swoop things and change things, but maybe the whole Trump stuff, his health, don't know, but I don't think it's going to happen. They cannot ban same-sex or same-sex marriages, etc. Hi, Norma. Silly question. OC. Is Katy the horrible liar she's painted out to be, or has she been set up? Don't know. Haven't been watching. I've taken a break from the Housewives, but Giorgio and I will be doing a mega reading on the Housewives soon, because Giorgio came out with a tarot deck, a Housewives tarot deck, and he's sending me a deck, and I'll be using it, and we'll be doing a fun video on that as soon as I get the cards, because they're on print. So he said once he gets them, he'll send them to me. All right, hold on. Katy. Oh, I remember. I've been seeing on social media. I think I saw it today. Was there or yesterday with Kiki and Ramona, and I don't know exactly what happened, but from what I understood, Kiki's Monique is somehow involved in this. Don't know. So Katy. What can you give us about Katy? Oh, Katy is she new? Is she a newbie? A new cast member? Because I feel that she has a lot of insecurities. She's trying hard to really fit in or create drama so she can come back. The Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups. I don't know how they're painting her out to be Norma. But this poor girl is just like a little bit over her head. I mean, like she may appear, I feel like she appears a certain way. Maybe she's too in your face. Maybe she's too aggressive, or she's very snarky or sassy. But that's not really her. This comes from a place of insecurity. She's trying to find her footing, find her way. She definitely doesn't like Tamara. I think, yeah, Tamara. For some reason, they hate each other. But regarding lying, I don't see it. Like, she's not like a super duper huge, like all of the housewives lie, right? Because they need their storylines, they need to be interesting. They need for their to sort of like, fuel their fan base and create sort of stir up drama and create housewives drama in general. Yeah, sure. I mean, she lies here and there, but I don't see her being, and actually she's struggling. I don't know. This season's not really going well for her. Four of Cups. Oh my God, this is bad. Like her mental health. Um, she embellishes, but she's not like some kind of like Munchausen. She doesn't have Munchausen disease, or she's someone who like comes up with like incredible plots of lying and drama and stuff like that. That's not what I see with her. Hope that makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense to you, but this is what I see because I don't watch it. Let's see. Okay. Is there truth that ice cream truck drivers are being used to abduct children in the U? Really? They've been seen driving around late at night and certain what? They always these ice cream vans gave me the creeps. They always gave me the creeps. The little ding ding, the song, little thingy that play. No, it gave me the creeps. Maybe because of horror movie, because of Hollywood, and how we're sort of associating ice cream vans, trucks, and stuff with horror movies. You know what I saw? That Aqua guy. Um, yeah, some of these ice cream trucks, some of them can also be spying vehicles, like spying on people. They are Some are not even ice cream trucks. They don't even have ice cream machines or ice cream inside of them. So, yes, some are there for very dark and dodgy and shady and bad reasons. Not all of them, okay? Um, what I'm getting is like white trucks, but without a lot of like, they have a very specific, let's say, branding or logo on them, very minimal. Those are the ones that are, you should keep your kids away. Don't let them approach. I see red, there's a red and a little bit of yellow and on this logo, and it looks sort of like a retro ice cream cone, if that helps. So, yeah, some of them are used for nefarious reasons. Not all of them, but some of them. This is what my guides are showing me. Let's see. Totally agree. We're going from extreme to extreme, and I just want real people who live real lives to be in politics, not these detached people playing games with people's lives. I agree. We need real people, young people who really understand our what the actual issues are for us, the lay people. All right. Um, let's see. What have I missed? And no, but I want to. I want to because I miss London so much. I so want to. Is it good? Tell me it's good because I'm going to start it this week. Yes, Danny, Giorgio is on fire. That's why I call him my Aqua brother, because he's very similar. We're super creative. We have a lot of hobbies. We love to try things. We're trial and error people. We're not, both Georgia and I are not the type of people who are going to buy an IKEA furniture. We're going to read the instructions and then start. We're going to throw away the instructions and then we're going to try to figure it out. It's going to take us 5 days to get there, but this is how we work. Okay. This is how I work. I just don't, I love reading, by the way, but I hate instruction. I can't, don't tell me how to do things. this is the Aquarius in me. Just don't tell. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I might break a screw. I might screw it crooked. But it's on me. Okay. It's on me. And I enjoy it. Okay. For me, it's a challenge because I'm not a DIY girl anyway. So it's for a challenge. And when I do it without instruction, without help, I feel so good about myself. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take a few more questions and then we'll just wrap it up because I'm sweating. You can't see it. Maybe you're seeing it because I'm starting to get shiny here, but I'm sweating. It's so hot. It's this stupid shirt. Smaragda, any insight on Britney Spears? She's still locked care plan and there does seem to be AI on her IT. Interesting you say that, because I was thinking of doing an updated reading on just do a current energy read on Britney Spears. So if there is AI involved, no, there's no AI. But if you don't mind me not answering this today's Margda, it's not because I don't want to, but I'm planning to do a reading on her because I'm super worried about her. And I believe that she is, she's been given stuff it's almost like she's, how can I say this? Like, I feel like she sees herself like a baby or a child. She really, maybe she talks like babyish, like maybe she has a plushie doll or something that she carries around. Like in her mind, she's a child, and I believe this has to do with a mixture of things that was given to her in the past, and it's just messed up with the wiring, her brain, her wiring, pretty much. So she's not well. She's not well. I don't see AI involved in this, but she's struggling, but she's strong. She's another Sag. She's strong. She's fighting this. She's fighting. And when I mean fighting, it's almost like, how can I explain this? You know, what's the, I forget right now. There's a word for it. You guys will help me, which is called trapped in your own body. You know, when you're trapped in your own body, like your brain is fully there, you're sharp, you're fully aware of your surroundings, etc. But your body is not. Like, it's like your body is like in a coma or is unable to react. This is how it feels like. So obviously she's fine physically, she's able-bodied, but it's almost like her mind is so disassociated from her body that she's like, her mind is trapped in a different world and in a different setting. And I'm using the word setting because that's the word that came through from my guides. So if you don't mind, we'll do that soon. Katy apparently spoke with Kiki and told her some things about the housewives. She denies telling Kiki personal things about the women, but Kiki says Katy did in fact tell her personal things. Okay, now that I have the context, so understand this. So from what I saw, from what my cards were showing, and from what I'm feeling is, yes, Katy may have told some things. Wait, you said Katy Britney spoke with Kiki and told her some things about the housewives. So Katy did say some things to Kiki, but I believe she didn't say it. So it wasn't for nefarious reasons or to create. I believe Katy trusted Kiki. And it wasn't so to create drama or involve Kiki. I'm not saying anything about Kiki, okay? And I've had her on my channel in the past 3 years ago. We did a collab together, but that's not here nor there. She did, but I don't believe that Katy did say things to Kiki, but I don't believe that what maybe then Kiki or other people shared that Katy told them is what Katy said. I mean, it's not making sense. So what I feel is that Katy said some things because she trusted Kiki, but I feel that it was, when it came out, it was super embellished and exaggerated. But it wasn't really like 100% deliberate, if you know what I mean. Yeah, she could be a liar. I'm not saying that she's not. I did say that she does lie and everything, but it's coming from a place of insecurity and trying to find a connection, and this is what she feels that is going to work for her as a housewife and for her own storyline, and for maybe hopefully bring her back, according to her, how she sees it, next year. Okay, so that alcohol guy says that I've been noticing them drive around through the night in my neighborhood. I've always thought it was strange that I heard this rumor online. It is strange. Why would they be driving around at night? Kids are in bed at night. So that is, yeah, keep your eyes open. I just did, Charisse. We just talked about it a bit earlier in this live. You'll have to go back and watch that. Everyone wants to know about Tamar. Yeah, exactly, Jesus. She looks real. She is real. It's not AI. It's not. What are the next celebrity good news that's coming up following Taylor's engagement? Oh, I haven't thought of that. I haven't gotten that. But let me just on the predictions video, because we always do entertainment, we do politics, we do all of it. I'll get back to you on that. I need to meditate on that. I don't know. I don't have this information right now. So I'll have to connect with my guides and meditate on it, and I'll get back to you on that. Let's see. I probably missed some questions. So I'm going to take one more question, which is Blair's, which is the last final question that I see, and then we'll just wrap it up. I know, I saw that. Where did that come from? Well, I guess wishful thinking for some people. They did the same thing with Kate Middleton, remember? So this is something quite often when someone who's been, you see them often and they have a schedule, and you see them doing all these things, and then suddenly they disappear. So he is with us. He is with us. He is in our realm. But he's not doing well. He's not doing well at all. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets, I talked about his heart attacks. I feel like his heart will fail him. Not necessarily die, but it will be serious, very serious. I just feel it's going to happen soon, very soon. It's just like, I feel that energy around him. I just do. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened this week. I can't tell you for sure, but like, this is how much I feel it. Okay, so this is the last question, as I promised. Blair, will we finally get some real revolutionary medical advances soon? Yes, I've talked about them, and there are some coming soon, where these pharmaceutical industries stop keeping people sick while they hold their curing vaccines kept away. I agree with you. And yes, I do see a miraculous or a huge breakthrough for MS people, multiple sclerosis. This is something I talked about 2 years ago, but I feel this is coming. Another one is that I'm seeing, and I've been seeing, and I've been shown, is a big medical advancement when it comes to eyes, something with the eyes. So maybe blind people, or people who got blinded because of a specific reason, for a specific maybe disease or infection or something, will be able to see again through some kind of retina transplant, some kind of medical advancement that's coming. And cancer, like I've said that, I've been saying this for a long time. I believe that by the time by 2050, I know it seems it's 25 years away. I know it seems like such a long time, but I do believe that by 2050, no one will die of cancer anymore. No one will die of cancer. Yes, people will still die because this is the natural evolution of things, and we cannot mess with our natural evolution and how uh, our bodies work, our physical bodies work. But people will still die of other things, accidents, other things. A heart might stop. There are other things. But yes, and I do see by 2027 that some of these like more difficult cancers, like you have lymphatic cancers, prostate cancer, those that if you don't catch it early, they're terminal. Those are going to be completely eradicated. There will be cures for that. They will be able to cure people. So when it comes to the medical world, the medical industry, there are big, big things that are coming. This is something very hopeful and something very positive. And we should look and talk about the positives as well, because we keep looking at all the negatives and all the bad stuff, because those are the ones that affect us the most, right, in our everyday lives. So that is super positive. That's something that I'm really looking forward to. Also, you guys, we are stepping into the future, because in one of my meditation sessions, I did see that, how you have these like huge MRI machines. Well, they're going to be not like lying down but standing up. You'll be entering that MRI machine, and that MRI machine, which is not an MRI machine but it looks like one, just describing it for you, is going to be able to pinpoint where we have issues in our bodies, and through AI will give you like the right treatment, like what's the best way to treat whatever it finds. Like it's like we'll have a screen, or we'll send you a report where it says, yeah, we've detected this, and this. So this is what you should do in order to treat it or heal it, or just be proactive regarding that. So big things are coming. Yes, the big things that we should all be super excited and be looking forward to it. Yes, Norma, you have your no, don't send me anything in advance. Just your beautiful self on the day and the time that we booked it. Should I send you the question I have done before? I have before we meet. This question is also for others who want to read with you. No, you guys, when you book with me, there's nothing I need from you. Just straight away, as soon as you come on, as soon as you're on the screen, then boom, we're connected. So I don't need anything unless it's something specific. Some people, like I've had people who come to me who have missing relatives, for instance. There I might need a date of birth or a picture or something where I can anchor my energy onto them. Okay. Or if it's someone else, like an estranged parent, for instance. I've had this with people where they're like, I'm not in speaking terms with my mom, for instance. I haven't spoken to her in 10 years. How is she doing? Don't know. I don't have any other relatives. Is she okay? Well, then I might need, again, just a picture, birth date, or, their birth name. And that's all I need with the readings. Nothing else. No prepping, nothing. The less I know, the better if you're new. And in case you're wondering, this is how you book a reading with me via my website. You head on over to my website, you use the booking form. You can also check out what types of readings I offer, how much they cost. I also have videos on there. I have I'm trying to put everything in one platform, which is my website. And I do this slowly but gradually, because as you all know, I'm a one-woman show and I do already a lot. Okay. Yeah, I know about the Prenuvo, but this is far more advanced than Prenuvo. Prenuvo can it can sort of like predict. It's predicting where it's either seeing something, if it's already flared up, or it's predicting, if you are what's the word I'm looking for? If you have a tendency to get like breast cancer, I'm just giving an example for that. But what I'm seeing, it's more what was shown to me was like a lot more accurate, not accurate, but it's like it gives you everything, like bam, like your liver, this is the issue with your liver because the enzymes are not that much, blah, blah, blah. Eat this and this will fix it. Pranuva, I don't think it does that. I think Pranuva is like an MRI machine that just gives you or tells you maybe if potentially you could get sick from something. So yeah, it's going to be much more advanced, a lot more accurate, and a lot more detailed. So it will even give you like exactly what you should be doing, for instance, to protect your liver, or what supplements or medication or treatments or whatever you need to do it. So you basically, what I'm trying to say is it's going to somewhat replace your GP, your doctor, your general practitioner, or a doctor, because that will give you everything that you need. Okay. I don't know if in the future you still have to see a doctor for them to prescribe medication. I don't know. That's what I was shown. I wasn't shown anything more than that. Okay, I'm going to answer this question and then I'm going to wrap it up. Can you please tell me, as a beginner, the easiest but best way to clean my crystals and stones, and also the best and easiest way to charge or recharge them? I live in an apartment, by the way. It's irrelevant if you live in an apartment, Danielle. I have done videos on this, but the easiest way to do it, there are two ways you can do it. You grab your smudge stick, you grab Palo Santo, or you take your sage, okay? And then you cleanse it with the intention that you're cleansing it. You have to set an intention when you're cleansing, when you're smudging, I mean. So that, or the best way, and that's one way of cleansing them. The other way is what I also like to suggest to people who live in apartments like you, Danielle, is, do you have plants in your apartment? Do you have like real plants? Then why don't you put your crystals in the pots for a whole day? They love that because they are back in nature. They're connected to the plants. That also releases a lot of the energy that they've absorbed. Okay. And to recharge them, you recharge them on a full moon, not on eclipse, never an eclipse, not on a new moon, full moon. Just put them out on your windowsill or on a chair or a table near the window where the moonlight can actually hit the crystals, and that's what will recharge them. This is, as a beginner, start there. There you go. Also, Norma is giving you some other good tips. Ocean water is great, except for selenite. Yeah, selenite generally is a very fragile and soft crystal. So, selenite is the other way of cleansing your crystals. You just need, this is not a selenite. My selenite is back there. You can see the selenite tower. And what I do is I have a selenite bowl here. Okay. And I put my crystals, I change them and I put different ones, and these cleanses them. That's another way of doing that as well. Full moon. There's an eclipse next week. Don't do it. Full moon. Just check, go online and see when's because I don't remember now the dates. I have to check. But just go online and see when's the next full moon, and that's when you're going to do it. Yeah, you're welcome. You're absolutely, you're welcome. All right, you guys, that's it for today. This was lovely because I missed you. I love doing these on Sunday. I'll be back next week. I mentioned on Friday, I have a couple of videos I'm working on. The one is on Selena. I am trying to reconnect with Selena and do a channeling with her. And also true crime readings and videos are coming soon. And there are other things that I'm working on and organizing right now. Listen, just got back on Sunday. I'm slowly getting back into the mood and back into the groove of things. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you all for the support. Don't forget to, I have to say it, don't forget to subscribe, to like this video. Do share this video with your friends, your peers, your colleagues, your bosses. I know some of you here are and having sharing it with colleagues and bosses and families. And thank you for doing this. Absolutely. And do tell them not to be shy, to join us in the chat. We're here. We're a beautiful community. We're here for each other. Thank you all for being here. Love you all. Take care. Have a beautiful Sunday. I'll see you next week.